Mo Murphy from Clarke County Sports and ClarkeCountySports.com. We're here at the Wilbur M. Feltner Stadium in Berryville, Virginia, for tonight's ClarkeCountySports.com Game of the Week. Tonight we have a big Bull Run District battle as the Luray Bulldogs come in with a record of 6-2, 2-2 in the Bull Run District, the same record that the Eagles come in with. Luray's coming in after a couple heartbreaking losses, and the Eagles are riding high as they come in on a big win streak after the 14-7 win last week down at East Rock. It's also senior night, so we'll be catching all the seniors as they're introduced, and we'll have that for you at a later time. So we'll have all the highlights, interviews, and more on the ClarkeCountySports.com Game of the Week, sponsored by Photography Concepts.
Number 2, Tyler Sampson. Number 5, Matthew Sipe. Number 10, Christopher LeBlanc. Number 18, Tyler McKenzie. Number 22, Tyler Darlington. And number 85, Tyler Chin.
White won the toss, elected to receive.
Luray wants a toss and elects to receive. by Alala. First quarter, your score is Clarke County 7, Luray 7.
14. It's been a slugfest from the start. The Eagles held Luray once, but they haven't punted yet, and the Eagles, I think, have only punted once. So it's been a lot of long drives on the ground. So far, the defense, the Eagles almost held them out. Luray got a touchdown, actually, with no time left on the clock. There was like 7 seconds when they snapped it. So that hopefully won't take a little air out of them, but they're going to get the opening kickoff. The Eagles got touchdowns. Matthew Sipe got the first score rushing, and he threw a beautiful pass to Will Booker down the left sideline for the second score. LeBlanc hit both extra points. So the Eagles will be getting the ball 21-14. Luray will be back at the end of the game with the wrap-up. This is Mo Murphy reporting for the ClarkeCountySports.com Game of the Week, sponsored by Photography Concepts.
That's what I mean to say the game, dude. Hey, the game,
because this is how I really feel about it. That game was given to them by our penalties. We've been having penalties all year, man. You know, the pre-snap penalties are just absolute daggers against a team that wants to run double tight power. You can't have them in 3rd and 7 and give up 5, or 3rd and 5, 4th and 5 and give up 5. And we have them stopped at the end of the half. We get a personal foul, guys. We were going to get the ball back with 4.5 minutes to go. Really, the halftime score should have been 21-14 us. Period. Guys, that score right there, 2014, is nowhere near indicative to these two teams being able to play each other. And if you don't believe that, then you better check yourself. Guys, I'm gonna tell you right now. Regroup. Go to Page next week. Win 7-3 in the regular season. May host a playoff game. May not. I don't know. But I can tell you this. We've got to clean up. I ain't telling you, no one's lining up to play you in the playoffs because you're a scary football team. We play hard, we play fast, all those things. We got to play smart. That's the difference in tonight. We got to play smart. Does everybody understand that? We've got to play smart, which we did not do tonight. We didn't. I mean, we just did not play clean football. We didn't. And for that, that's something that right now everybody's got to check themselves. We got to clean it up. We gave that game away on 2 different possessions on penalties, for pre-snap or post-snap. Live ball. Do not let this, hey, right there. Do not let that be something that'll drag you down, man. Period. Like I told you before the game, there is still season to play. You got one more regular season, you start the playoffs. And I can tell you right now, the region's wide open. You can throw all 8 teams in that little thing and put them in a hat, pull them out. Anybody can beat anybody on any given night. Straight up. East Rock beat them, but they played a clean football game, right? Period. You play clean football, you can beat anybody in this region. That's the straight up honest truth. Clean football wins the region. Undisciplined football will not win the region. I'm proud of the effort. I thought we played hard, man. There's no doubt we played hard as can be. And we played hard for the whole 4 quarters. All right, now to my heart, hey, right now, obviously, Matthew, check in on him this weekend. I know I'm going to do the same thing. Okay? Right now, he's got to be in our hearts all weekend. All right? And I get that, man. Coaches, we got anything? Band together over this next couple of weeks. You understand that? You can hold that region title up in the hands. I'm telling you, dude.
Learn from your mistakes, short memory, and move on. All right? Yes, learn and move on. Yes, sir. That's the biggest thing.
You're not getting pushed around by anybody. You're right there in the mix with everybody, man. Play winning football, clean football, and you win. Break this thing down. Let's go. Come on.
Eagles on 3.
1, 2, 3, Eagles.
It's Mo Murphy from Clarke County Sports. We're here with Tyler Darlington after the Eagles drop a tough game to Luray on senior night. Tyler, tough night tonight. Can you just talk a little bit about things?
I mean, they had a rolling offense that's pretty good, and the mental mistakes with the penalties just, snowballed and made them even better, so we just got to clean up on that part.
And would you guys talk about it to half? I know they probably took a little bit of air out of you scoring right there before halftime.
Yeah, it would have been huge to get a stop there with us getting the ball at halftime coming out, but it's just it's tough for them to score right before halftime.
Right. And I know it's not a happy occasion right now, but what did it feel like walking out on senior night when they introduced you?
It's always a great feeling. It's a little sad, but I'm just trying to play as hard as I can for the rest of my remaining games. I hope Matthew's okay.
Yeah, we're all worrying about him for sure. Well, we got Page next week on the road and in the playoffs. What do you guys think you need to do to regroup?
Just clean up the penalties. We got to watch the ball on both sides of the ball. We got to clean that up, and hopefully without the mental mistakes, we can win games against good teams.
All right, well, you heard that from Tyler Darlington. He was a big part tonight on the offense, stopped short by Luray. We'll be in Page next week. This is Mo Murphy for Clarke County Sports.
Thank you, Sport. Thank you.
We're here with Wilson Taylor, who had a big night tonight. His name was called a lot. Tough loss tonight. Wilson, can you just talk a little bit about the game?
I mean, I thought we played pretty good. Obviously came up a little short. I think we need to clean up some penalties, and we'll right in that game. Hopefully see them in the playoffs.
And you guys have had to all switch around a lot. How's that? I mean, how do you prepare for that?
I mean, coach calls your name. You just got to go out there and do what you can do. Help team out any way you can.
And what do you think about Page next week going down there?
I think we just got to clean some things up, and I think it's a winnable game, and I think we need to just come out there and play good, win, and start the playoffs.
All right, well, you heard that from Wilson Taylor. He made a lot of tackles tonight for the Eagles in this loss to Luray. We'll be at Page next week. This is Mo Murphy for Clarke County Sports.
Thank you, brother.
We're here with the Eagles head coach Casey Childs after the tough loss to Luray. Tough one tonight, Casey. Can you just talk a little bit about the game?
Yeah, it was a hard-fought game, and I think it's two evenly matched teams, but we made more mistakes than they did, and they took advantage of our mistakes. Anytime you jump off sides, and then you also jump off sides on offense, you get behind the chains. It's hard to win football games, and then we had them stopped. We had a late hit on the quarterback, and they continued the drive, and next thing you know, they went in and scored, and we had a really chance. That score could have been, I'm not saying it's true, but it could have been 21-14 us at halftime. But instead, they took advantage of the opportunity they had that we gave them, and they scored. And then, of course, we just didn't play clean football. And you're not going to win close games against good football teams unless you play clean football.
And I think that pass Matt threw, that touchdown, that's probably the best pass I've ever seen him throw.
Yeah, it was a great pass and a great play by Will, and it was a big play. I mean, and then that's when we had all the momentum. We tied it up 14-14, then we got the stop. And then we gave them all the momentum back when we had the personal foul. So that's just things we just can't do. And we've been able to overcome some mistakes the last few weeks. But when you play a team like Luray, that's hard to get off the field on offense because of what they do offensively. You cannot make those kind of mistakes. And we just made a lot of them. I'm extremely proud of our kids' effort. They played hard all the way to the very end. It's not an effort thing. It's just an execution thing. And that's something that we're going to try to correct. Because like I said, if we get to the playoffs, we can beat anybody in the playoffs. I think that's how talented we can be, but we've got to play clean football or we're not going to beat people in the playoffs.
And, of course, we end the regular season at Page next week. I guess it's too early to really tell what the playoff, whether we'll get to play here again or not.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll know more. I know next week we got to win to even have a chance. I can tell you that. So I'd like to be at home in the first round for sure. But we're going to have to see how it all plays itself out. But we're gonna lick our wounds on this one, and then get back and go on the road, and hopefully get a win and get to 7-3, and see how the playoffs shake out. And we're in. We're definitely in. So, but we want to be home for the first one for sure, and then go from there.
And Tanner came in. I thought he did real good.
Yeah, Tanner did an awesome job. My heart goes out right now to Matthew. Taking the hit down there, and I don't know any more than that other than I just want to check on him. Like I said, I love that kid to death. He's just a super great kid. And to Tanner's credit, he came in a tough situation when he sees his cousin hurt, and he comes in and he did an outstanding job on both sides. He had to come in and play defense and offense. And, it was good for him to go in there and do that. But like I said, right now we're going, we got to make sure I just want Matthew to be okay. And then and I got total confidence in Tanner as well. So that's and he knows our offense. He's been doing it for now it's 3 years running the three back in our offense. So he'll be fine.
All right, well, you heard that from the Eagles head coach Casey Childs as they go away disappointed tonight with a 28-14 loss to Luray. We'll end the regular season next week at Page. For the ClarkeCountySports.com Game of the Week, this is Mo Murphy.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Your final score tonight, the Luray Bulldogs 28, the Clarke County Eagles 14. A lot of rushing tonight. The Eagles did have some nice passes. Of course, Matthew Sipe going down towards the end of the game. Everybody's concerned about him, and we're all wishing him well. He's a fighter. He's a tough kid, so I'm pretty sure he's going to come out okay. So we'll head down. This could be the last game of the season into Felt. We're not sure yet. We may still host a playoff game if we beat Page next week. So that wraps it up. Reporting for the ClarkeCountySports.com Game of the Week for Doug Alstakis and Mo Murphy at the Felt. We'll see you next week.